Our dear country, Nigeria, needs a help. The help should come from every angle that has to do with politics in Nigeria, the political parties in Nigeria, the statutory delegates, election and selection of a leader in Nigeria. Now, the National Assembly should wake up. The National Assembly should know that they should make a law which will solve a problem and not creating a law that will bring about more problems in our country, Nigeria. Nigerians have suffered a lot. National Assembly, you have to sit up. Save the citizens. You have the power to save the citizens. Do something now. The National Assembly has the power to institutionalize democracy in Nigeria. If we should say that Nigeria as a country is one of the countries that practice democracy in the whole world, then we have to institutionalize it in this our dear country, Nigeria. How can we say that we are practicing democracy as a country, and then the National Assembly will attend a meeting, will attend a convention, and a person will be there sleeping? A question will be raised why some people will be sleeping. At the end of the meeting or convention, people will go with bags of money. Why the citizens keep suffering? The National Assembly should wake up and look into why some people should go to delegates and ask for a refund when the party delegates or the statutory delegates was not able to make it at the election. When they see that the delegate was not able to succeed, was not able to achieve their goal, they will go back and ask the person for a refund. That we are not able to achieve what we looked up to you to achieve, then give us back our money. Are we practicing democracy? In most European countries, a political party or the statutory delegate is not expected to give any gift to the voter or to the electorate, either during campaign or on election day. If you should do that, you'll be charged to court. If Nigeria should say that they are practicing democracy, they should adopt this act. Not that they do not know about it. They know about it, but they will not adopt it. The National Assembly should sit up. Nigerians are crying. Nigerians are suffering. The National Assembly should wake up and wipe away the tears of our dear Nigerians. Here in Nigeria, during campaign, delegates go around the whole country sharing items to people in order to be voted for. After the whole thing, we will say that the election was done in a free and fair manner. If the election was done in a free and fair manner, the delegate was not expected to give any item to the electorate in order to be voted for, either during campaign or on election day. Anyone who does that should be charged to court and then be penalized. The National Assembly should look into this. The National Assembly should make a law that people will benefit from, in order that people will now be voting with conscience. Our people are no longer voting with conscience. And you yourself, as a person who is still collecting any item from any delegate in order to vote for the person, you place the person there on the seat, and then when the person begins to rule you in a wrong manner, you begin to complain. You are the person who used your PVC wrongly. So you have to face the outcome squarely. It is only in developed countries that we have a combination of selection and election. Selection should be based on the qualities you have seen in a particular person who has an interest in contesting for any position of leadership in our dear country, Nigeria. You look at the person's qualities. You look at the person's qualifications. What has this person to offer to us? Is it a person that will go there and bring more corruption to the country? Is it a person that will go there and crumble the economy of our country? The National Assembly should put all this into consideration if truly they want to amend the constitution. It is only in our country, Nigeria, where people without certificates rules. It is only in Nigeria where you will see a third-class student ruling a first-class student. My people, I invite you to listen to the voice of the former president of Nigeria in the person of His Excellency Goodluck Jonathan.
Let me use the opportunity to advise the National Assembly that laws must be designed to solve problems, not designed to create problems. And laws must be made assuming that those who are making the law are blind, just like the judges. So assume that the judge is blind and just use the scale and the sword. Laws must not be made to target a group of individuals or an individual. And when you go into that system of making laws, you'll make this terrible mistake that has really messed up the whole primaries going on. If you have not been involved in the process of primaries, you will be happy or you may not be happy. But those of us who have been involved, it is terrible. Are we bringing those who really know who is who to elect this delegate? Or somebody that could be bought with money? And those who are making laws, we must make laws that will help to solve problems. Otherwise, you will make laws that are irrelevant, and sometimes, when we are so tied to law, you can now make laws that will become enemy of the people. I think we should rather think about institutionalized democracy and make it as our culture. Creating a situation where every party must have the same way of getting those who will represent them is nonsense. It doesn't help the practice of democracy. Allow parties the leverage to come up. The key thing is that INEC is regulating them. The method they will adopt in selecting their candidates must be documented in their constitution and copies deposited in INEC. And that's what will be used to judge that party. Parties are not parastatals of the government. And National Assembly cannot make laws to strangle the political parties. That is my thinking on this issue that is quite controversial. I wish that members of the National Assembly are with us. We have to institutionalize democracy. The quality of delegates, and from what we're hearing, money has been shared, some people have been going back to delegates to ask for refund when they fail election, is extremely disgraceful. In some countries, you cannot give a gift to a voter, like what we normally do. We have bags of rice with photographs of candidates, matching salt and others. We distribute them freely. That is, you are inducing the electorate, which is a criminal offense.